Welcome in. Ooh, look at my hair's a mess. took off my glasses and I didn't check it before we started. But if anything in the world, we are real. Excuse me, we are real. Y'all, it is National Adoption Month. And if you check out Main Street Nashville, there's a great article that adoptions are up for the 4th year in a row from our foster care system. And that's just another note for you. If you've not read Jimmy Wayne's book, Walk to Beautiful, he and Ken Abraham did the most amazing book. And just making sure that people pay attention to our foster care system. And just a little reminder about foster care and our wonderful chances at adoption in our country, in our state, and in our city. Foster care offers a wonderful chance at people to see children, and the Tennessee Department of Child Services has so much information. And I hope that if you are in Middle Tennessee, that you will take advantage of looking into it. Foster care people and parents are so needed right now. But it's not just in foster care, but in the future of adoption. Check that out. Hey, we're going to listen to a little bluegrass gospel with a Southern gospel revival just ahead of a special bluegrass gospel show at the Troubadour this Friday.
There's a land that is fairer than day, and by faith we can see it afar. For the Father waits over the way to prepare us a dwelling place there. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet on that beautiful shore, we will sing on that beautiful shore the melodious song of the blessed, and our spirits will sorrow no more. Not a sigh for the blessings of rest. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. To our bountiful Father of love, we will offer our tribute of praise and the glorious gifts of His love and the blessings that hallow our days. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore.
That is Ben Hester. If you love music like that, the Gospel Bluegrass Showcase at the Troubadour will be this Friday. Doors will open at 4:00. It's at Music Valley Drive with lots of free parking. There's all sorts of great places to eat before you go to the show or maybe in between the show. And it's going to go on all afternoon with a ton of people performing. There's always an open mic. Tickets are only $10. So if you like gospel bluegrass, this Friday is your time at the wonderful Valley. The Music Valley Drive area is full of really fun things to do. Speaking of fun things to do, an inspiring day will be November 9th at 5:30 at Williamson County Ag Expo Park with education for an equine event with Amberly Snyder. She is a champion barrel racer who was in an automobile accident, and she lost the use of her legs in an accident that sent her flying out of the truck, and she hit a fence post. What she has done with her life is nothing short of a miracle. When something bad happens, you could give up, but not Amberly Snyder.
When I was in my accident, I lost every bit of independence immediately. Everything I'd ever worked for was gone. I knew what it meant for me to be able to get that back. With my horses, in life, every bit of independence mattered. So I decided to create the Amberly Snyder Freedom Foundation, which is going to give back to youth and kids with disabilities. We're going to give them those pieces of freedom, the freedom that means the world to us. When we were able to partner with Groom Tote, I've been so excited. The Amberly Snyder Freedom Foundation will partner to create the Powered by Amberly box. Well, profits from this box will go to help these kids, help the youth get those pieces of independence back. I know how much it meant to me to be able to have this freedom back, to be able to have my world back. And I hope you're willing to help others too.
Tips for tiny teeth. Baby teeth are very important to your child's health and development. Here are some tips to help you keep their tiny teeth healthy. Be sure your little one visits the dentist as soon as their first tiny tooth appears or before their first birthday, whichever comes first. Help your child develop a positive attitude about the dentist by avoiding negative words like pain, hurt, or needle. To familiarize your child with what will happen during their dental visit, play dentist with them a few times before the appointment. Be sure your child sees the dentist twice a year for a dental exam and cleaning. The dentist will also talk with you about caring for your baby's mouth, teething, and other developmental milestones and tooth decay. Brush or help your child brush their teeth with fluoride toothpaste twice a day. And help your child floss between their teeth as soon as they have 2 teeth that touch. And remember, children learn by watching adults. Be a good oral health role model by taking good care of your own teeth and gums. Visit deltadentalinns.com to learn more.
John got to talking one day, we'll make some true Tennessee whiskey. Well, I told him he had to find some Tennessee red cob corn someplace, because that's what it was made out of. Because it's not resistant to nothing. Well, we raised about 3/4 acre, maybe a little bit more out there, and we picked it. I shelled it, and John made some true Tennessee whiskey out of it. It is true Tennessee, and he still got a little bit of it left.
Whiskey, or a spirit of any kind for that matter, hasn't been legally distilled in Lawrence County since David Crockett's mill and distillery washed away in the flood of 1821. Now, 200 years later, Murray County resident John Hatcher is marking new territory along the Buffalo River.
The main thing about being a distillery is it's not about the spirit as much as about the local economy. I think it drives in the future that, and again, we want to start and build a brand. So we're looking at the long-term future, and I think it's great to involve the farmers. I think it's good to involve the local community. That a distillery is no different than any other center. It's not about the alcohol as much as what it creates. There's tourism, there's agriculture. It's a good product. So we make 1821 Shine is the name, and that's in reference to David Crockett. And actually in 1821, 200 years ago, is when his distillery washed away in the flood on Shoal Creek in Lawrence County. And then, so our aged moonshine would be our whiskey, which is a sweet mash whiskey. And then we make vodka and then the vodka. From there, we put botanicals and herbs in to make the gin. So those are our 4 base products.
For 100 of those years between Lawrence County distilleries, it was illegal to make whiskey in 92 of the 95 counties in the state. That was until Williamson County Attorney Heath Clark petitioned the state legislature to allow every county the option to legalize the distillation of spirits. That state law passed in 2009.
And that kind of piqued my interest, and I got started as kind of a hobby, and it's from my ancestors. That's where I got started, in the fact that my great-grandfather immigrated from Ireland in 1821. So it's always been a passion of mine and an interesting thing for me to do, to follow my ancestors from my grandfather down to... My mother was not a distiller, but she taught me how to make wine, and we fermented things, made kraut, so it's always been an interesting part of the chemistry and the formulas to me.
Why Lawrence County, though? It's simple. The secret's not in the sauce, it's in the water.
The term sweet mash whiskey has a lot to do with the water and why we're here. It has to do with the pH of the water. And we're sitting in Lawrence County right on the edge of the limestone shelf and a sandstone shale shelf because iron is really close by from here. We have Iron City to the south, and along the Natchez Trace is where the iron ore foundries were back many years ago in the 1800s and early 1900s. And our water tests out at a perfect 5.3 pH. So we don't have to add anything to our mash to make the enzymes work to break that starch down. So we use fresh ingredients from start to finish in our product. So it's really an ideal place to make and distill alcohol.
Gobbler Springs Distillery offers tours and free tastings by appointment. Please text 931-300-3753 to request a tour. More information about the distillery may be found at their website, gobblerspringsdistillery.com.
I'm just proud to be able to do what I want to do here. I think it's the main thing I've always wanted to do is make a product that I would drink myself and make a good spirit, and that's what my whole desire is about. And I think it's pretty cool to have the first distillery in a couple hundred years here in the county.
A big thank you to our producer down in Lawrence County, JP Plant, for that segment brought to you. And we're going to head to Hendersonville now, a really important show coming up, When Pigs Fly, Saturday, November 6th. It's brought to you to benefit our friends at Christmas for Kids, a wonderful, you are Hendersonville, if you know Christmas for Kids. Marty Rabin will be there, Lindsay L., Rockland Rowe, Josh Kaiser, Tim and TJ Watson, Will Waykazer. They've got wonderful whiskey tastings, and they've got pigfesttn.com where you can get your tickets. And I thought we'd do just a little bit of a touch of Marty Rabin, one of the best voices in country music ever, singing just a guitar, because he can.
Natalie would give her heart to James Dean, the high school rebel and the teenage queen. Standing together in an angry world. One boy fighting for one girl. I wanna be loved like that. I wanna be loved like that. I promise you can't take back. You're gonna love me. I wanna be loved like that. How long y'all been married? 60? Glory to God. 'cause what he gave her, it came from the heart. In a bond that was never torn apart. I wanna be loved like that. I wanna be loved like that. I promise you can't take back. If you're gonna love, I'm love like that. An old man kneeling all day long, plants his flowers in a garden of stone. For 7 years now, she's been gone. But his devotion is still strong. Sing it if you know it. I wanna be loved like that. I wanna be loved like that. Promise you can't take back. If you're gonna love, sing it. I wanna be loved like that. You got it? I wanna be loved like that. I promise you can't take back. If you're gonna look, now let's sing it like with me. I wanna be loved like that. I wanna be loved like that. I promise you can't take back. If you're gonna love me, I wanna be loved like that.
Nothing better than Marty Raybon's voice, and you get to hear it in Hendersonville and benefit Christmas for Kids. And that is November 6th, coming up this Saturday, Parks and Rec of Hendersonville, along with a lot of great sponsors. Hendersonville's Pig Fest, When Pigs Fly. It is a great event this Saturday. A great lineup too. Speaking of great lineup, if you want to know about all the craft fairs and all the Christmas shopping, take a look at Christmas at the Mill in Lebanon, Friday and Saturday, the 5th and 6th. Don't miss that. And don't miss Save the Date for Gallatin, November 20th. And don't forget, this Saturday is going to be a great Backstage Nashville. I'm there every week. It's a matinee show. And this week, Leslie Satcher, Gary Nicholson, Ray Stevenson, and Natalie Madigan. BackstageNashville.net is how you get your tickets. But I thought, I think about Gary Nicholson as somebody who writes mainly blues stuff. But when I started really researching all the songs in the traditional country vein, he's got such a huge catalog, and especially when it's sung by one of my favorite singers, Miss Patty Loveless. Gary Nicholson will be there on Saturday.
I was thrilled to have this next song recorded by Patty Loveless. It was a title of one of her records. And it was special because when I turned it into my publisher, they didn't see much hope of ever getting it recorded because it wasn't a boy-girl song. It wasn't up-tempo and positive, and it didn't have all the usual things that country radio songs have going for it. So it sat around for 5 or 6 years, but I kept playing it. I played it on a radio interview one night and here in town, and by the time I got back to my home, the disc jockey that had been interviewing me called to say that Patty Loveless and her husband were cooking dinner and listened to the radio, and they heard my song, and the next day I called them, and they recorded it. So songs get recorded all kinds of ways. It's called The Trouble with the Truth.
Eventually, what's going to happen if the intern and I have our way one day, this will just turn into a whole week of dog rescue stories. So that's what we want to do for you. All right, it's time for our Pet of the Week, brought to you by Hunter Briley and Regal Realty Group. We want you to meet a beautiful young man named Charlie who needs a beautiful home, and I know you guys will step up and do this. So here's our Pet of the Week.
Hello, everybody. Once again, I'm Hunter Briley, back with your Pet of the Week. We partnered up with Big Joe Dubin and Main Street Media, and we've got a special one for you today as well. We got Mr. Charlie out at Lucky Farms Animal Rescue. You guys, take a look at this one. He came in hurt with a broken leg, but we're getting him back to on all four paws, but we need someone to take him home, okay? Check it out. If you need any help with some real estate, feel free to hit me up on that email or my phone number as well. Take it away, Joe.
Okay, thank you, Hunter. This week we've come to visit our friends at Lucky Farms Animal Rescue, a great organization based right here in Middle Tennessee that does amazing work across the country. We're joined now by Mark O'Brien with Lucky Farms Animal Rescue. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, Joe.
Tell us about the mission of Lucky Farms.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you for having us today. At Lucky Farms, we were started about 5 years ago by my wife and myself. And we concentrate on rescuing and rehoming the giant breed dogs such as St. Bernards, Mastiffs, and Great Danes. We are a nonprofit 501c3. No one within our organization takes a salary. We are totally volunteer based. And we average between 100 and 150 dogs per year that we rescue and rehome.
We have one this week, a guy named Charlie. Tell me about Charlie's backstory, because he's beautiful.
Sure. Charlie is a 14-week-old Great Dane lab puppy that we actually rescued him and his siblings. We have put them all in foster homes because we are a foster-based organization, so the dogs get more one-on-one attention from their families. But Charlie is here. He actually came to us after we've had him. We found out he had a broken tibia in his back leg. He is now healed and doing very well with a vet watching him and taking care of him. And he is here today, and he's doing very well.
How did you find out about Charlie?
Well, we find out about dogs through various methods. A lot of the times it's just surrenders from owners who cannot take care of their pets anymore. Sometimes it's a local shelter that has one that is a giant breed, and they know through our reputation around the entire Southeast, they know to call us, and if we can accommodate and we can get to the dog, we will.
We'll put the website up right there for Lucky Farms Animal Rescue. For any information, how to make Charlie part of your home, there's a process, but it's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
And the process is filling application.
Well, it is a stringent process. They would come to our website, fill out our application. There is a full vetting, including a home visit, phone interview, as well as calling their vet for references. If they have current dogs or even dogs in the past, we check to make sure that they took care of their dogs and took them to the vet regularly. We want to find good homes for the dogs, but we also want to find a good fit for the home. So the application and interview process is stringent for us. We decline as many as we approve, right, because we think that's the best interest for the dog. So they would come to our website, they would fill out the application, and we would take it from there.
Will you get mad if I just ran off with Charlie today?
You haven't filled out an application yet, Joe, so we need to do a home visit.
Mark, appreciate you, man, the mission you guys do at Lucky Farms. All right, Hunter, there you go. Charlie, a beautiful Great Dane, just looking for that forever home. We'll give it back to you.
All right, that was Charlie, the Great Dane. How cute is he? You guys, somebody go out there and take care of that puppy. He needs your help. Thank you so much, Joe, for all your help and work that we're doing on this. I'm so excited to be part of Pet of the Week every single week. We have some big announcements coming up, too, coming for Christmas time, but we'll talk about that later. Once again, if you have any questions about real estate, whether that be buying or selling your home, or you've got some commercial property that you'd like to talk about, hit me up on that phone number. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Hunter, for all you do for helping us get this segment out there and go. Intern, I'm going to share the screen real quick. You were with me yesterday at we went and saw Charlie, hung out with him. Charlie liked you, intern.
Charlie did like me. I love Charlie. He was awesome. I love Great Danes, and to see one that small at that time, it was amazing.
Here's the website, luckyfarmsrescue.org. And if you just click on there and see who they are and their mission, what Mark was talking about right there, and the adoptables, the success stories. They have a really cool website of everything that goes on there. And just you can subscribe to their website. You can contact them that way if you're looking to adopt or foster. And we look at that right there. I'm going to guess if I could virtual squeeze that dog's neck to the screen, I would right there.
Mornings on Main Street are seen across all of our Main Street Facebook pages and on YouTube at Main Street Media and Main Street Mornings on Main Street with Joe Dubin. Joe's doing a lot of good work. And you know, I've been in animal rescue many, many years, and he's getting a lot of dogs adopted. So thank you, my little brother. And you join us every day. Click subscribe wherever you're watching this show, whether it's on YouTube. If you do click on YouTube to Main Street Today, click the bell so that you know when we go live. Got lots of stuff planned for the rest of my day. Hope you do too. Be safe, be kind. Remember, you are loved. Have a great rest of your day.